All right, today in this video, I'm going to go over the 4 tests that we use with our clients to test to see where their power comes from. It's either going to be your legs, your core, or your upper body. And we want to make sure that those are equal. So if we see somebody that has a really big amount of power coming from their legs, we want to try and match up that power with their upper body and their core, or vice versa. If somebody's really strong in their upper body but they don't have much strength in their lower body or power, we want to improve that. So these are the ways that we test for that. Okay, so the way we test for vertical is we use one of these vertical jump measurements, and the best way to do it is to reach up as high as you can, set it, and then we're going to jump for that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a sit-up and throw test. So all we need here is a mat, and once that's going to be our core power, and then we're going to do a seated throw chest pass, and that is going to be our upper body power. The weight that we always use is we use 1 pound of medicine ball for every 20 pounds of body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, you need a 10-pound ball, and then you can do the math from there. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go outside and we're going to show you how we test for the full, put it all together, and a shot put test. All right, so I have my tape measure laid out to measure the distance of my throw, and then I'm going to use the 10-pound medicine ball here. The main thing on this one is that we keep the butt on the bench. So I'm going to lean back, I can push forward as much as I can, and then I'm going to keep elbows high, I'm going to forward, and I'm going to give as much effort as I can and throw it as far as I can, keeping the butt on the bench. And then I'm going to measure how far that goes, get my number, and I'll explain what results we're looking for at the end of the video. Next, we're going to do the sit up and throw. And I think I've seen from my clients, this is one of the toughest ones just because it's more of a technique exercise, and we do a few of them just so they understand how to do it. But basically what we're doing is seeing how the core and the arms are tied together and how much force you can produce. So we're taking the same medicine ball, putting my hips right at 0, and then I'm going to lay back, keeping my knees bent. The only rule here is you've got to keep your butt on the ground the entire time. So we're going to start from the ground with the ball over your head as far up as you can get it, and then from here I'm going to sit up and throw it as far as I can. So it looks like this. We're going to go up, and then you're going to pull it and then throw it as far as I can. The main thing here is you want to make sure is when you come up, your butt doesn't come off the ground first to get a little bit more momentum. So that's the sit up and throw. All right, so for the vertical jump, testing our lower body power, I'm going to set this up. So I'm going to reach up as high as I can and set it. And then from here, I'm just going to stand in place, jump up as high as I can, and swat at the little things here and see how high it goes. So main thing is you don't take a step. You're just going to jump. You're going to come down, jump up as high as you can. So it's just going to look here and then, damn, that's like a 30-inch vertical. So you just want to push as far as you can and test your lower body power. All right, so for this last one, we're going to tie it all together. We're going to do a shot put. And I like to do it with my clients on both sides to see, I want about a 10% difference between the two, no more than 10%. So if somebody's really dominant on the right but not very coordinated, or dominant on the left, we want to need to match that up. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the tape measure again. I didn't bring it out here for the video, but we're just going to do a shot put. So luckily I threw the shot put in high school, so I have really good technique. So you're going to hold it right against your chest like this, and then you're going to come back and basically throw it as far as you can. I like to come outside, obviously, because sometimes we don't have enough room in the gym for some of our powerful athletes. So from here, I'm just going to squat down. I'm going to back and then throw as far as I can, just like that. We're going to do that on both sides. That's going to tie in how much power you get from your legs, your core, and your upper body. And that's the main test that we want to do to make sure, see where all your power comes from and how much power you have in that body. All right, so now you have a little insight on how we test our clients for power. So if we have a kid that in his swing he tends to jump, we don't want to ever take away his jump. We just want to be able to match up his upper body or his core and see where he's limited, because we know, we can tell by a swing that he gets the majority of his power from his legs, but with these tests, we can figure out what we need to match up to get those tests. So if you have somebody that doesn't use their legs at all, that's very upper body dominant, we need to get the legs a little bit more stronger and powerful. So be sure to check the comments section or the description and see what we look for in those numbers, depending on if you're a junior, if you're an adult, if you're a female, or if you're a male. That's the main thing that we're going to look for in those power things, and then we're going to adjust and make our program for that person, that training program, accordingly to those numbers. So if you have any other questions about power, let us know and we'll get you a video.